Vivian, karibu. You're welcome. It's nice to see you.
Nashukuru, asante.
Yes. So this is Career Dynamics Talk. So basically here we are talking about careers. I usually refer to it as a storytelling session because I've been recently interested to know about people's choices when it comes to career and influences behind, because I usually think that somebody will always learn about these conversations. So that's why I ask you, and thank you for joining. Thank you for, I know you're a busy person, but thank you for your time. Um,
I think we all are. I think we all are busy. We just need to fix things into our
yeah,
schedules.
in different ways. Yeah,
Mm.
so basically the first thing which we do, I mean, I know I can introduce you, but sometimes I find it very proper if somebody introduces himself or herself. So let me give you a chance so for you to introduce yourself, and then we can begin from there.
Okay. So, my name is Vivian Joseph, and I'm a medical personnel, and I'm currently working on public health space, leading a health department under an organization called Southern African Youth Forum, which is a regional organization overseeing 16 countries within Southern Africa by the famous region bloc SADC. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here with you, Joseph, today. Yeah, thank
Thank you
you.
so much. I guess my first question will start right away from your introduction. So you just mentioned about SADC, Youth Forum, and I know this is one of these international opportunities that young people here in Tanzania can take advantage of. But like Tanzanians have been said to be laid back when it comes to international opportunities. I got an
Mm,
international opportunity 1 year ago, and the number of
mm,
Tanzanians was very small. So most of times we compare ourselves with our neighbors, Kenyans, let's say. So if we see the population
mm,
of Kenyans and
mm,
Tanzanians, we know that we have a huge population, a bigger population as compared to them.
mm,
But when it comes to people
mm,
who are grabbing these international opportunities, you find that Kenyans and other people in other countries are so much aggressive as compared to Tanzanians. So do you think
mm.
what could be an issue? What could be the problem as to why you don't usually see Tanzanians grabbing these kind of international opportunities?
I think now speaking individually, from my experience as a young person in Tanzania, I majorly think it has all to do with the spirit of aggressiveness. I think it's something that we young people lack, especially in our country. You might find there are so many applications that I personally come across, but then think, um, I feel like I'm already okay with where I am. So you let those opportunities pass. So that means if other people are able to take that space and take that opportunity, obviously they will be one step ahead of you. And another thing is the issue of exposure. I think now that's a general reason. A lot of us are not yet exposed into the right way to approach these opportunities. And once you have those opportunities, how to grab them and how to maintain them and how to create a sustainable plan out of them. Not an opportunity that comes and goes. At the end of the day, we need opportunities to help us grow, to help us thrive, to help in our career growth. So I think there's a huge gap in between there that is not taught at school. You either have a community of people, experienced people that actually help you to see your way through, or you have a strong ability to be focused of what you want about your future. But other than that, it's going to be very hard to actually get to these opportunities and actually grab them and make sure you're creating a sustainable plan out of them.
Yeah, so
So yeah, that would be my take. That would be the reason why we are still struggling in the comparison of Kenyans, Tanzanians, and all of that.
Okay, you just said we are struggling, but I don't think if Tanzanians, I think they are so much relaxed. So as opposed to saying, I don't know, what can I say? I've been having this discussion with different people, and some people say that maybe it's because Tanzania is like so much blessed. It's like we feel as if we have everything, so we don't feel as if we have to grab an opportunity outside there. Because I went to school with some people from Nigeria, and some people they even told me that, you know what, I sold everything I had to make my move here because I believe I can get better opportunity here. But telling Tanzanians to do the same things is not because maybe our country is like relatively said to be much more stable as compared to other countries. Now that's a good thing.
Mm.
I don't want us to get into problems, big problems, so that we start seeking these opportunities outside. So what can we do? What do you think we can really do to kind of wake up these Tanzanians so that they can also be aggressive to find these opportunities outside?
I think the best way to learn and help we young people learn from these gaps and make sure that we're finding an effective solution is to first of all have real examples of young Tanzanians that have taken these opportunities and they're excelling so well and make us understand, let them enlighten us on what they did, the steps they took, and what it took for them to be where they are, what credibility they had, what mentorship they had, what places did they go, or what opportunities did they stumble upon, so that they can make other versions of who they are. Like they can multiply the benefits they've had in such opportunities. So another thing is the fact that a lot of youth, especially in this country, we are very self-centered. We're very selfish. So it gets even difficult to to release the benefits from one opportunity to the next because everyone wants to keep those things to themselves. So at the end of the day, they wouldn't be a sustainable chain. But we forget that once you give a room to help others, you're creating a leadership chain where you're the leader, and those whoever you'll be helping or you'll be holding their hands will be your followers. So at the end of the day, you still thrive out of what you've done by helping others. But it's a bit difficult because everyone seeks opportunities for themselves. So it gets hard to say a young Tanzanian fighting for someone else's name in a room, rather than they always fight for their own name. And then if they lose, they'll be happy to lose alone, but they wouldn't want to give space for someone maybe who's better or has a better ability than them. So it's a bit tricky. And I think it all starts from the patriotic spirit. If we also work around that, um, people should be devoted enough for their country, so it wouldn't be very difficult for them to see the value they can bring as Tanzanians and not as individuals. So yeah.
Okay, now your response is so perfect, and it's kind of bridging to the main question of this session. And at this point, I would like to ask you, what do you think has actually contributed or has influenced you into choosing a career path you are on right now, and what somebody else can learn from that?
Mm, okay, what pushed me to choose the career that I have right now? I think I've always grown to be a selfless person. I've always wanted to help people, and I've always wanted to be a doctor. So you can see how helping people, becoming a doctor connects to public health work, which is usually more directly connected to community development work. And now this gave me the space of public health, which where my passion drives me to. And entirely currently, I'm so into the issues of advocacy, policies, behavior change, and etc. So it gives me a room to sit and share recommendations, suggestions, critics on what needs to be changed, what needs to be added, what needs to be included to make sure that young people's health is in a better state for now and for the future. Um, so I don't really think I had a specific reason why I chose this career. I think I grew up with it. I grew up knowing what I wanted, not with specifically public health, but at least along the road, it's connected to what I pictured or imagined to be. Um, and I would really advise anyone that is thinking or that is in the dilemma of choosing their careers to just know where to stand on not only their passion, but also whatever that is available, whatever path that they're taking at the moment, how is it connected to their purpose? And their purpose meaning what are they doing that gives them satisfaction and that is connected to what they're currently doing right now. Because if you're doing something and it does not satisfy you mentally or okay, I would say spiritually, but this is more of an a worldly conversation. But but I think it gives you satisfaction when it's more connected to the purpose that you carry. So identifying the purpose of one's life, it could be a major key to choosing what you want to do in life. Because at the end of the day, the career you decide to choose, the career you decide to live by is for a lifetime. People will remember you for that. So you don't want to wake up in the morning every day, going to the office, doing something you do not love. It won't give you the satisfaction or the meaning to life. You'll be serving someone else's purpose, or you'd be adding value to someone else's dream while your dream is left untouched. So it's important to also see that and add value to it.
Okay, so it's all starting from passion and then being able to connect all the dots along the way to the satisfaction, purpose, and all those kind of stuff. I mean, you could say about spiritual stuff, I don't mind, because I believe that we have different kind of influences, and that could be one of it. But that
Mhm.
sums up everything, and I think that anyone who is watching can get something from that, and to get started, because the most important thing you said is like get started. Just stand somewhere, and then from there you'll be able to figure out your path along the way. You're a very busy person, like as far as I know from your social media, and I know that you get tired sometimes. Now, this is the last question for this session, me and you. And I've started doing this from the last session. I would like to, most of times I want to know the other side of people apart from this work atmosphere and this work profile. What do you do for fun? Do you have like some other social things which you like doing that kind of energizes you and make you strong to do the next thing which is ahead of you?
I think I do have a separate life out of work life. I have a very stable work-life balance. I am grateful. It's just that you don't display everything going on in your life. What I display at the moment is what I do for a living, but I don't display what is not giving me money, but at least it gives me things that money can buy. So I most times spend time with my loved ones, um, and yeah, with my family, with my loved ones, have a good time, have private moments. I love resting because most times you're burnt out, you're all over reports, emails, meetings. So I enjoy my time fully resting, fully giving my free time to my family because those are the most important people with me. And yeah, just giving myself that energy to recharge so that when I'm out there again, at least I can also give 100% because it gets tough. You usually, for me, for my personality, it gets draining when you're giving without receiving. So spending time with family, spending time to rest, it is more like an energizer for me to get my feet right, to stand up again. So yeah,
Okay, thank you so much. Vivian, thank you for the session. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your input, very valuable input. The session was very short for some reasons, but I hope we'll get some other session to talk more on a lot of stuff that I know you do have. But for today, thank you so much. And I wish you a nice career, nice job, nice work, and a nice evening as well.
thank you very much, Dr. Fat. You have a lovely evening as well. I hope so. Next time we're going to have a full-time session.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.